So friends, after completing fourth numerical, we are moving to fifth numerical and the part is question number 5. From figure, segment AB congruent to segment CB, segment AB congruent to segment CB and segment AD congruent to segment CD. Prove that triangle ABD is congruent to CBD. Now we have to understand same numerical from question point or from diagram point. They have given triangle ABD which is over here and CBD over here. As per their condition, AB is congruent to CB, they have already given. Next, AD congruent to CD, they have also given. And automatically side BD congruent to side BD because it is common side in both the triangles. Naturally, triangle ABD is congruent to CBD by side test of congruency, and in this way we are going to write the part. So one by one. So part first, in triangle ABD and CBD, in triangle ABD and in triangle CBD, here AB is congruent to CB or side AB is congruent to side CB. They have given us, so I am going to write reason as given. Next, side AD congruent to side CD, side AD congruent to side CD, reason given. And side BD congruent to side BD, reason common side or same side. So I am writing common side. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD by side test of congruency, and in this way we can complete the part. Remember, already two sides are congruent given by them, and side BD congruent to side BD is common side or you can say same side. Naturally, first triangle, that is ABD, congruent to second triangle means CBD by SSS test of congruency, and in this way we can complete the answer. Hello friends, continuation with the last numerical and the part is here question number 6 and the part is, in figure angle P is congruent to angle R, angle P is congruent to angle R and segment PQ is congruent to segment RQ. Prove that triangle PQT is congruent to RQS. Now I have drawn one diagram which is given in your textbook and one diagram for your helpline, but first understand this diagram. Angle P is congruent to angle R, means angle P is congruent to angle R. So I am going to make the same marking over here. Angle P is congruent to angle R. Next, segment PQ congruent to segment RQ. Segment PQ, I cannot mark it over here as PQ congruent to RQ, but I can simply mark it PQ is congruent to RQ. These are the part over here. Then prove that triangle PQT means PQT is congruent to RQS, or you can say RQS. Now naturally we have to show that triangle PQT is congruent to RQS. They have given one angle P congruent to one angle R. Second, QP or PQ is one side is congruent to QR or RQ over here. And remember, in triangle PQT, this angle Q is congruent to RQS, RQS, because it is common angle or same angle. Means naturally we can say that this angle and this angle is congruent angles over here. Naturally we can say that first triangle is congruent with second triangle by angle side angle. Angle side angle means ASA, test of congruency. Sometimes it is very difficult for the student to clear the concept from here, but as we are making separate diagram just for our understanding, it is very easy to understand as well as properly writing. So if you want to observe from here or you want to observe from here, that is your choice. But remember this trick, because every time if some critical numerical come, I am going to use such a kind of trick to you. So writing part and a part is here one by one and a part is. So your answer one by one. We are discussing about two triangle in PQT and RQS. So starting from that part, in triangle PQT and in triangle RQS. So triangle PQT and in triangle RQS, one by one, they have given angle P congruent to angle R. So writing its proper name, angle QPT, angle QPT is congruent to angle QPT is congruent to QRS. Reason given. Second, side QP or side PQ. Side PQ is congruent to side RQ. They have given, so I have written it as given. And third part, angle PQT. Angle PQT is congruent to angle RQS. Reason, common angle or same angle. I am writing it as a common angle. Therefore, we can write triangle PQT. Triangle PQT is congruent to triangle RQS. And reason, by angle side angle test of congruency. And in this way we can write a part over here. Remember, speciality is not over here, speciality is understanding a diagram over here. You know that angle P equal to angle R, they have given. Angle or side PQ is congruent to side RQ, they have given. Just you should understand angle Q and angle Q is common in both the part. Sometimes we cannot identify two triangles because we are going to observe a diagram total. So separate the part and clear your doubts, and that is a very simple trick when you are going to solve any kind of numerical. Hello student, now we are trying to understand a part of theorem, and this theorem is isosceles triangle theorem. Now first of all we have to understand the statement, then you have to understand the diagram, and definitely we are going to write the part of proof in the form of given numbers and all other part. So isosceles triangle theorem, and the part is, if two sides of triangle are congruent, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. Once again statement is, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, means in a given triangle two sides are congruent, they are given, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. Means when the sides are congruent, it having some opposite angle, and that opposite angles are also congruent. That we have to prove over here. To give the explanation of this statement, we have drawn one diagram over here. And the part is, let us say there is a triangle ABC, there is a triangle ABC, and there are two sides, means side AB is equal to side AC, means these two sides are congruent over here. Then we have to prove that opposite to this side, angle C, opposite to side AC, angle B, these angles are congruent. Means you have to prove that angle B is congruent to angle C. We have to prove that angle B is congruent to angle C, or you can say that angle ABC is congruent to ACB. That we have to prove. In this case, there is a construction that we have to do. So I am going to explain the part over here. Same triangle that I have drawn over here, and the name of this triangle is ABC. Remember, they have already given us AB equal to AC. Means this is the part given. After that, we are going to draw one structure modification. Logically, you can say construction. What is exactly that construction? If you want to compare any two sides, then you need two triangles. And if you need two triangles, in our given data there is only one triangle. Means we must able to divide this triangle in two parts such that we can get two triangles. For that part, whatever be value of angle A, if it is a 30 degree, then 15-15. If it is a 40 degree, then 20-20. Means we have to draw one angle bisector. And this is the construction. Means for a given part, we have only triangle ABC, where AB equal to AC. And you have to prove that angle B equal to angle C. This is the part up to given and to prove. And a part of construction that we are going to do over here. And a part is, in construction we are going to draw one angle bisector. Here we are going to draw a construction such that we have drawn one angle bisector which bisects angle A. Means you can say this angle A is divided in two equal parts. So this portion is equal to this angle. Means these two angles are congruent. And now when we draw this angle bisector, let it intersect at point D. Logically you can say draw a ray which is act as an angle bisector of angle A, and it passes in the form of AD, or D is a point of contact between this line and base BC. Now we are going to write all the part in the form of given to prove construction, and definitely we are going to start proof over here. Now as for a discussion of a diagram, we are going to write given to prove and construction. So the part is here for given in triangle ABC, side AB is congruent to side AC. Side AB is congruent to side AC. This is given for us. Now we have to prove that angle B is congruent to angle C. Logically, we have to prove that angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. This part we have to prove. Now construction. In construction we have drawn angle bisector of angle A which intersect BC at D. So draw angle bisector of angle BAC. It intersect BC at point D. And in this way, our first part given to prove and construction is get completed. Now we are going to write a proof. Now what is exactly proof? Again try to understand over here. Now in this case, in a proof, from given to modification, that is construction, we are going to take a two triangle for comparison. One is a triangle BAD, and second triangle is CAD over here. Now we have to show these two triangles as a congruent, but how? Pay attention. First, side BA congruent to side CA, congruent side or given by them. Next, angle BAD congruent to CAD by construction, because we have drawn angle bisector for A. Third, segment AD congruent to segment AD. I repeat, segment AD congruent to segment AD. Common side or same side. Naturally we can say that triangle BAD is congruent to CAD by side angle test of congruency, or you can say SAS test of congruency. When two triangles are congruent, naturally their respective angle must be congruent, and we can show that angle B is congruent to angle C. And in this way we can complete the proof. Now coming to the part over here, and the part is starting the proof over here in the form of number, statement and reason. So please pay attention. Number, statement or statements and reasons. Now first part, in triangle BAD, in triangle BAD and in triangle CAD, first AB is congruent to AC or side AB is congruent to side AC. They have given, so I am going to write it as given. Next, angle BAD is congruent to angle CAD. Reason, by construction. Next, side AD congruent to side AD. Side AD is congruent to side AD. Reason, common side or same side. I am going to write common side. Therefore, triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD by side angle side test of congruency. Now, as these two triangles are congruent by SAS test of congruency, naturally their respective sides and respective angle must be congruent. So, second part, as triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD, I am going to call it as equation 1, and in second group I am writing it from 1. So from 1, when two triangles are congruent, then their respective sides and respective angles must be congruent. So we are going to write a part over here. Observe it carefully. Angle ABD is congruent to ACD, and taking modification over here, therefore angle ABC is congruent to ACB, and in this way we can show angle B and angle C as a congruent. So the part over here, therefore angle ABD is congruent to angle ACD. Reason become corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Naturally, ABD, its modified version is, therefore angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB, or you can also write angle B is congruent to angle C. Angle B is congruent to angle C, and in this way we have completed the entire proof. Student, there is a little but one part. In a book they have given a theorem, but in 9th it's a part of a practice that you are going to write in the form of given to prove construction, and proof in the form of number, statement, reason. And also you are properly supposed to make first group, second group, third group, like that way. If numerical is smaller in size, then in first group your proof is over. If numerical larger in size, maybe 2 group, and if it is very big, then 3, 4 type of part. But you should know proper grouping of such a parts, and that is the most requirement part over here. Now moving to the next theorem, and this theorem is nothing but exactly converse of previous theorem. Now what is exactly that? Converse of isosceles triangle theorem means we are going to complete converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Recently we have seen isosceles triangle theorem, and now we are looking converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Means here condition is exactly reverse. Now coming to the part statement, if two angles of a triangle are congruent, if two angles of a triangle are congruent, then the side or the sides opposite to them are congruent. Once again, if two angles of a triangle are congruent, then the sides opposite to them are congruent. What does this statement indicate? Please pay attention over here. Let us say they have given a triangle PQR, where angle Q is equal to angle R. Means value of angle Q, whatever the value of this angle, is exactly equal to value of R. Now, if angle Q equal to angle R, or you can say angle PQR equal to PRQ, then its opposite sides are congruent. Opposite to angle R is side PQ, means we have to prove that side PQ is congruent to opposite to angle Q, that is side PR, means we have to prove that side PQ is congruent to side PR. In this way, we have to complete the proof. But to prove, we know that we have to prove that side PQ is congruent to side PR. Again, problem is that you cannot compare same triangle with the same triangle. Means you have to generate additional triangle, or there should be two triangles. Here, once again, previous theorem structure, we are going to do same part over here. We are going to draw one angle bisector, and that is nothing but angle bisector of angle P. If you are going to draw angle bisector of angle P, definitely when you want to draw that angle bisector, it intersect QR at some point, and I am going to indicate this point as M. Now, what exactly got? We have drawn one angle bisector or ray of angle bisector which bisect the angle P. Means you can say that this angle is congruent with this. Means you can say angle QPM is equal to RPM. This is what we drawn as a construction. Now we have to show that these two triangles as a congruent. But first of all, we are going to write given, to prove, and construction. So pay attention. Now, as per described of this structure over here, we are going to write given, to prove, and construction. So given, in triangle PQR, first angle Q equal to angle R, or you can say angle PQR is congruent to angle PRQ. This is nothing but given, as angle Q is congruent to angle R. Next, we have to prove that opposite to them, sides opposite to them are congruent. Naturally, we have to prove side PQ is congruent to side PR. That part we have to prove. Now in the construction, we have drawn one angle bisector of angle QPR. So draw angle bisector of angle QPR. It intersects PM. It intersects QR at point M. It intersects QR at point M. Now we are going to write proof, and again proof in the form of number, statement, or statements and reason. Starting from triangle PQR. So the first part. Basically PQR is a given triangle where Q is congruent to R. After that we have drawn angle bisector, that is PM. Now we are going to take comparison of two triangles. In triangle PQM and PRM. Here one by one. Angle PQM is congruent to PRM. Reason, Q is congruent to R given by them. Next, angle QPM is congruent to RPM because PM is the angle bisector. And third, segment PM congruent to segment PM, common segment or same side. Naturally, triangle PQM is congruent to PRM by side angle test of congruency, or you can shortly call it as SAA test of congruency. When two triangles are congruent, then their respective sides and respective angle must be congruent. Then we can write therefore PQ congruent to PR. Reason, corresponding sides of congruent triangle. And now whatever part we have discussed over here, we are going to write it over there in the form of proof. So the part is, in triangle PQM, in triangle PQM and in triangle PRM, first angle PQM is congruent to angle PRM. Reason given. Next, angle QPM is congruent to angle RPM by angle bisector. Or construction, any way you can write. Third, segment PM is congruent to segment PM. You can say common side or same side. Therefore, triangle PQM is congruent to triangle PRM. And the test is SAA, test of congruency. SAA, test of congruency. Now, when two triangles are congruent by any particular test, then their respective side and respective angle must be congruent. So the part is second. As I'm going to give it as equation number 1. As triangle EQM is congruent to triangle PRM from 1. Therefore, segment PQ is congruent to segment PR, and the reason is corresponding sides of congruent triangles, or you can see that PQ is congruent to PR, and in this way we can complete the systematically part of proof. Remember, again group 1, group 2, you must able to make it properly so that your writing part will be very ideal, and in that case you can complete such a numerical or theorem or proof. हेलो फ्रेंड्स एंड माय डियर स्टूडेंट, अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस देख रहे हो और आपको ये वीडियोस पसंद आते हो तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और नीचे दिए हुए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें। साथ में अपने फ्रेंड्स और ग्रुप इसमें भी आप ये वीडियो शेयर कीजिए ताकि नॉलेज ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक पहुँचे। अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ मैं आपको मिलता रहूँगा। मैं आपका एसवी सर आगे आने वाले वीडियोज़ को बनाता रहूँगा और आप तक पहुँचाता रहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।